The AP poll is solely a machine to bring you propaganda from so-called journalists that don't watch college football. BYU and Iowa State being where they are right now, Iowa State at 9, BYU at 13. They both should be top 10 teams, not just Iowa State. We should be giving more attention, more love to Texas Tech and what they're doing currently. We should be giving more attention and more love to Arizona State and what they're doing right now. But I want to make the case that the AP poll, like how jacked up is this? I'll get into the analytics in a second. I want to give you the vibes first. I tell you, don't bring vibes to an analytics fight. But I want to give you the vibes first, and that is as follows. BYU is ranked behind a team that lost to Northern Illinois, a team that lost to Vanderbilt, a team that lost to, as we now know, porous USC, a team that lost to USC at a neutral site. BYU's behind a team that lost to Arkansas, a squad that lost 34-3. Clemson got absolutely pounded by Georgia. Why is BYU behind basically any team with a loss? Yeah, sure, Ohio State. And Iowa State's undefeated, so keeping them above BYU, yeah, I'm with that. I'm okay with that. They got the first marquee win, so obviously as you establish yourself in the poll, you're going to move up. And the schools, Iowa State was there before BYU, so they're ahead of them. That's all good and well. Why is LSU above Iowa State? Why is Alabama above Iowa State? Why is Clemson above BYU? Why is Tennessee, Notre Dame? Why are they above BYU? Can someone please help me? Please. I just told you how those schools have lost games that were embarrassing. It wasn't gritty, man. Notre Dame had that real gritty loss to Oregon. So, yeah, let's keep them above BYU. I get that. Nope. They lost at home to Northern Illinois. Oh, man, Tennessee went on the road against Georgia. Yeah, what can you do? Obviously, they're still going to be above BYU. Nope, they played an Arkansas team who is like, it is Weekend at Bernie's personified. They pick up Sam Pittman, who has been dead for weeks. And they're like, go coach a football game before we fire you, please. And that team gets to be above BYU. LSU loses to USC, who is just like incompetent at winning football games. Thanks, Lincoln Riley. Alabama loses to Vanderbilt, but hey. They're in the SEC. And I, the AP voter, get paid by completely overblowing the SEC. Or the Big Ten. Yes, we must put Big Ten teams ahead of the Big 12 because that means I make more money and look way cooler, and people think that I know college football. No, that's not. And you can make the case, AP poll doesn't matter. You're probably right. But those numbers, for the people that are, throw out the AP poll, or, it doesn't matter, for BYU, you don't think about it. For Iowa State, don't think. Those numbers equate to viewership. If you're 5-0 and unranked, playing a 4-1 team, and they're unranked, less people, the network is not going to pick up that game. But if you're 5-0 and number 11 in the country, playing a team that's 4-1 and number 15 in the country, at that point, the country says, top 15 game. That's why those numbers, exposure, direct correlation to those numbers and exposure. And we have people creating these polls every week who, in my mind, go to sleep before the last Big 12 game is over. They go to sleep at 8 p.m. Like, whatever happens the rest of the day in college football, hope it's fun. I'm still going to put Texas at number 1. I'm not just a vibes guy. I'm telling you, I do my research. The number 3 strength of record in the country belongs to the BYU Cougars. The number 3 strength of record in America. They are only behind Oregon and Penn State. BYU. At 5, the Iowa State Cyclones. They're behind Miami. Miami splits those two up. BYU and Iowa State, strength of record per ESPN, is better than Texas, Georgia, who's lost a game, Alabama, who lost to Vanderbilt, A&M, LSU, Ohio State. Their strength of record is better than all of those teams. Far better than Tennessee and Notre Dame that are 10 spots behind those schools. But the AP voters who get to fill out the cool little hoop, I get to type in team names this week. Let's see if we can randomize it, as long as the SEC and the Big Ten are at the very top. Those people have the say in how America watches its college football every week. Now, from the standpoint of the FPI, there are metrics here, power indexes. Is that the thing? Indexes that can give you here's why Texas should be here. And yeah, Texas is undefeated. So let's do that. I'm fine with that. And efficiency rankings that say that, this team and that team, why not have efficiency wise, like Alabama's better than BYU. So I'm going to build my AP poll, and Notre Dame's better than Iowa State to build my AP poll based on efficiencies. Okay. If you want to do that, you're using the metrics. I like metrics here. You're using the metrics here. Army, huh? They have a better efficiency overall than Ole Miss, than Georgia, than Notre Dame, than Alabama, BYU, Iowa State. They have a better efficiency than Oregon and Miami and Penn State. So if that's your argument, I found this cool metric here. It's not that niche. It's overall efficiency. I'm going to build my poll off of that. Then BYU's ahead of Oregon, if that's your case. Well, okay, but then I'm going to do it on strength of record. Okay, great. Then BYU and Iowa State are ahead of Texas and Georgia. Well, what I'm asking them is, if the analytics aren't matching up to how you build your AP poll, if the analytics aren't matching up to how you want to rank college football teams, then watch the football games. Then at this point, I get it, buddy. I watch every freaking snap of this conference. Almost every snap. And I have seen BYU enough to know at this point, hey, the offense still has something to prove as they develop new talented wide receivers, new go-to running backs. Jake Retzlaff continues to grow. I watch and see, hey, Texas Tech's defense has had young guys that we didn't know about preseason step up. Hey, Cincinnati was underrated offensively because Brennan Sorsby has been a star. Star is a strong word, but compared to what the expectation was, surely. I watch these. I see that. You, Mr. AP poll voter, you see, oh, look, cool logo. They're in the Big Ten. Haha. Number 7 it is. That's not what watching college football is. I don't mind critiquing BYU. I don't mind critiquing Iowa State, which there's very little to critique with the Cyclones. Even their special teams shows up. It's just not a proper representation of college football. It's not. Take away all the logos, BYU and Iowa State are top 8 teams by every metric. Top 8 teams. Thanks a lot for your little thing you typed into your computer, though. You're so smart. Coming up, Colorado was robbed on Locked On Big 12, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day. Today's show is brought to you by Game Time. I am violently passionate about the AP poll. I don't know what happened there. I just hit a different gear. Game Time can put you in a different gear and put your butt in a seat at whatever concert you want to go to. Coming up this week, I'm in Miami for the Banana Bowl thing to go on a cruise, Banana Land at Sea. And when I get back from the cruise, Taylor Swift is playing here. Oh, my gosh. And while I don't love Taylor Swift necessarily, there's this pretty blonde girl who I've been on a couple dates with who would like to go see Taylor Swift. So I go to Game Time, all in pricing, toggle that, see that, oh, that's the price for Taylor Swift. Here's a view from my seat. Oh, lowest price guaranteed with Game Time ticket coverage. I'll do it. Download the Game Time app, create an account, use code LOCKEDONCollege for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account, redeem code LOCKEDONCollege for $20 off. Download Game Time today. What time is it? Buddy, it's Game Time.